What's up, guys? So, little quick bulking tidbit here. It's something I used to consume before I even lifted, and I imagine there's going to be a fair share of you who consume this regularly at some point in their lives. It's a childhood staple here in the good old U.S. of A. But I got to looking at it and thinking about it, and for $2, you can get 17 grams of fat, 75 grams of carbs, and still 27 grams of protein. It's not the greatest for protein, but there's still a decent amount there, and I'll show you a trick to add just a little bit. But it is cheap and easy, like your mom. However, that's your mom, so it's kind of gross for you. For me, your mom, we're like that. But for you, a little nasty. Just the way I like it.
It's Mr. Nasty time.
Oh, Mr. Nasty time.
Mr. Nasty time.
But I was looking in the grocery store, and SpaghettiOs and meatballs, man. The big cans are $2, like your mom. And that's the macro breakdown. And the main thing about it, and I'll get to some more in a second, is it's the texture. It's real, smooth, mushy, slimy like. You may not, that doesn't sound appealing, but it goes down easy. And in addition to going down easy, it's loaded in sodium, which is going to help you retain water, which is going to help your muscles grow. If you eat the giant can of it, it's 1,420 milligrams of sodium total. That's like 62% of your RDA. So I mean, that adds in conjunction with the carbs. You are going to retain water very easily when you eat this. And again, super duper easy to eat. I didn't grow up in the best conditions all the time. Sometimes we didn't have a way to heat our food. You can eat this directly out of the can. You can eat it cold, and I would tell you that, again, it's going to go down extremely easy cold because it's cold, and you're not going to have to wait on it to cool down. It would be not a stretch to be able to eat 2 of these giant cans in a hurry. So then you're talking about 1,120 calories for $4, and now we're at over 50 grams of protein, 150 grams of carbs, and 34 grams of fat that you can consume. That I can consume in easily under 5 minutes, but it's easily consumable is the main thing. A lot of carbs, a lot of sodium. Not a negligible amount of protein. There is some protein in there. And it is extremely easy to consume, and it is extremely cheap. Like your mom! If you eat the whole can, there is 15% of your RDA of calcium, 30% iron, 20% of potassium, that ever elusive potassium. It's riboflavin, thiamine, niacin, folic acid. These are all in there. A little hack to add even more micronutrients to it and up the protein a little bit. I was going to make this its own video, and I might make my own video or its own video about it. But I include this in a lot of my foods, and it's nutritional yeast flakes. I'll put those on the screen. Absolutely loaded down with B vitamins. And they're a cheesy taste. They're basically like if you really finely flaked Cheez-Its, is the best way I can describe it. So it adds a little crunch to things. You got to really throw it on there to get it super crunchy like that. But it's something that you see all the B vitamins on it, and the calories are almost just protein. So if you put 2 servings of it, which would be 4 tablespoons, it's very easy to put on there, and you wouldn't even notice the extra food volume. That you're adding another 10 grams of protein on there, and just absolutely an onslaught and overkill of B vitamins. So even if your body doesn't absorb some of them, I mean, better to overfill it than underfill it. Am I right? So this is something to consider if you're bulking on a budget. This is not something that I want you to be like, oh, Freaky D said to eat these for every meal every day. No, that's not the case. If you're somebody who your appetite isn't quite on par with mine, and you're looking for something cheap and easy, that's not your mom because it's gross because it's your mom. Tell her to call me. Hey, um, this is something that you can grab, and there's zero preparation. Honestly, you can eat these cold. If you're into that sort of thing. If not, microwave. You've got it in 2 or 3 minutes. So either way, super convenient. Loaded with carbs, loaded with sodium. Not a negligible amount of protein, not a negligible amount of micronutrients, and I just showed you a way to add even more micronutrients to it. And if for some reason you just absolutely need whatever more protein in your meal, it wouldn't be very hard to cook up some ground beef, or if you're somebody who batch cooks or preps ground beef on a weekly basis, or chicken or any other meat, you can just toss some of that in there. But again, super cheap, super easy, super convenient, easy to prepare. All kinds of calories, carbs, sodium, etc., etc. Maybe consider this if you're somebody whose appetite is lacking and you just need kind of the extra boost to get over that next hump. Peace!